The Witch Awakens. Hey crew, welcome back to the Spiritual Social. I'm super happy to have you here. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker, and I'm really thrilled to come at you with a fun pick a card reading that will be on the topic of who is your soulmate. I've been spending a lot of time this week working on personal readings, and a lot of you asked me this question, so I thought it would be great to give back to the collective and offer this free reading with 3 options in case you don't really have any funds to pay for a personal reading at the moment. Thank you so much. I am deeply grateful. I am so grateful for everyone who is reaching out to me for personal readings. I had so much fun creating readings for you guys. Some of them were quite complex, so we had to navigate some pretty complicated relational waters, but I do hope that my readings inspire you and make you feel good and just, bring a little bit of magic in your life. So today's topic, I already mentioned, is on the area of who's your soulmate, but it is also a 24K giveaway. You guys are subscribing at such a fast rate that I can barely keep up. So really sorry if there's a bit of a delay between me doing these readings, but I am trying to deliver them as quickly as I can to you guys while also practicing self-love and self-care and making sure that I am well rested and my energy is top-notch for you guys. Okay, if you want to take part in my 24K giveaway, I thought of being a little bit cheeky today, and I want you guys to guess in the comments down below, where would you think I would love to travel next? Okay, so have a guess, assume something about me and my Sagittarian moon's capacity to travel. I, by the way, love to travel, guys. I'm super thrilled that my crew here on the Spiritual Social is an international bunch of people. I love that. I absolutely love that. It makes me feel like we're part of a global community, a global village, without actually reducing your cultural differences to anything simplistic. I do think that it's amazing that in this day and age, we're able to communicate from my little corner here in Bucharest to the Philippines and Portugal and United States of America and Iraq and all sorts of wonderful places all over the world. So I'm thrilled about that. Okay, so make sure you subscribe and include yourself in my family. Then leave a comment down below letting me know, where do you think I would love to travel next? And the person who guesses that correctly is going to win a free general reading from me. The winners will be announced in the next 48 hours on my community tab and on my Instagram. So make sure you keep an eye out for posts. Okay, guys, we have here 3 options for you today. There are so many cards that I pre-shuffled for you, so please grab a cup of tea, grab a cup of coffee, a glass of vino, whatever you are drinking at the moment to enjoy the weekend, because I am releasing this on a Saturday, but the message is timeless, so it applies to your situation from the moment when you stumble upon it. But I'm creating it with the energy of Saturn, so this hopefully will have long-term consequences in your love life. I have a choice here between 3 different crystals, 3 different hearts. For group 1, I have this absolutely warm and gorgeous peach selenite. For group 3, I have another bunch of selenite, but this one is a luminous white selenite or clear selenite. And for my group 3, I have a rose opal heart. It has such gorgeous kind of sediments inside of it and some yellow. It's absolutely lovely. So take your time right now to maybe pause the video, meditate, take a couple of deep breaths in. You do you, boo. You have your own spiritual routine. I'm just providing here with these gorgeous options. And if you've made your choice, then I think you can tell by the fact that I can barely mince my words. I'm super excited to be creating the reading for you, and I'll see you at your pile. Mwah! Hey group 1, welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm so happy to have you here, guys. So this is going to be a reading on the topic of who is your soulmate. This is for those of you that were drawn to peach selenite. Let's find out, okay? Cozy up because I have so many cards for you today. Let's find out the characteristics of your soulmate. So the first card that I have for you, the Village. Number 23 in the Ceccoli Oracle. The Tower, Mars energy. Your crystal card is Tiger's Eye. Aries. Fire and double Aries. Oh, plot thickens, Capricorn. So we have here the boss. This could be your boss. You naughty thing. What are you doing? What are you up to? Oh, talk about Mars in Aries, the warrior. So cardinal energy to the max. And the affirmation is be fearless and stand strong. I'm sure that this person is both strong physically and intellectually and emotionally. Wow, abundance, holy, make it rain. This person will be rich. And I'm also getting well endowed. Mahavatar Babaji, soul expansion. And the affirmations are, your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. Yeah, this person is going to have such a deep effect on you that you're going to be able to see into the cosmos. Wow. Odin, guidance. So, okay, I mean, there is no competition. Nobody can compete with this person. I am getting a very strong masculine energy. So if you are a person that's looking into a same-sex situation, let's say you're a woman and you're fantasizing about being together with another woman, this is going to be a woman that is really into her masculine energy. If you're heterosexual, this is going to be the ultra traditional, ultra male kind of guy. I mean, when you have this kind of energy together, the warrior and Capricorn, Tiger's Eye and the Tower, I mean, woo, this is very strong, come to daddy kind of energy, boss-like energy, super dominant kind of individual. This person likes to eat vegetables. This is so strange, guys. I'm sorry. I'm really trying to channel this kind of more serious energy, but I don't know why. I feel very excited. I had a very good morning, but I'm also maybe channeling into the fact that you guys really wanted me to create this reading for you. So, okay. This person is going to go to war with whoever pisses them off. And I do think that they're easily triggered by people who are lazy, people who are not honest, people who do not do what they say when they say that something needs to be done. They, on the other hand, really respect people that do their job, that are willing to learn, that are flexible and adaptable. Because I think that this guy is not really like that, but they love to lead others towards a desired outcome. And they are very good at what they're doing, okay? So this is not an individual that is just dominant for the sake of dominance just because, you know, they're not a spoiled brat. This is not a rich kid that has family money. This is a person that worked their way up in life and they are very aware of what they have and they prize it and they value it because a lot of blood, sweat and tears entered into whatever they have achieved in their lifetime. This is why they're so serious about their assets, about their relationships, about, you know, don't touch my money, don't touch my house, don't touch my girlfriend or boyfriend, because this person has put so much work and will continue to put a lot of work into what they're doing. It's like they wake up in the morning and it's like, boom, you know, systems activate. They go out and they get whatever it is that they dream of, and they are trying to always find ways around obstacles. They're trying to overcome setbacks and limitation. This is not a person that takes no for an answer. If they want something, they're going to find a way to climb up the window if the door is shut, you know? This is the kind of person that, for example, if they got rejected from acting school, let's say, or from entering a high university, or they got like a lot of rejections from high profile universities like Yale and Harvard and Cambridge and Oxford, they kept applying and applying and applying and applying until they kind of exhausted that committee and the committee actually had to accept them. So this is the kind of individual that is like not giving up, okay? And I think like they will be like this with you romantically and sexually as well. So prepare yourself, okay? This person is gonna ram you to the ground. Whoa. Okay, this is not a person for the faint-hearted. I am here to let you know, if you're not this kind of person, if you think that this is a kind of creepy individual, if you're like having a lot of air in your chart, because I think that air sign individuals, especially Aquarians, Libras, or Gemini, to a certain extent you might enjoy this individual, but I don't think you're able to put up with this for too long. You really like your freedom, you really like to keep things light and flowy and, you know, debatable. This is not a debatable kind of individual, you know. This is, sometimes this person can really get on our nerves because it's my way or the highway. And the funny thing is that people tend to listen to this person because they are very good at what they advise. Their advice is precise and safe, and it came from thinking very deeply about what they need to do. But here's the thing, this person also has a lot of life experience and they know people's intentions. They kind of can read nonverbal language much better than what is being said through verbal communication. This is a person that has been through like professional school, but also school of life. So they might come from a really like thug neighborhood, you know, or from a very tough background, you know, where they had to maybe do something against the law to survive. And then they finally made it to the higher echelons of society. They jumped a class or two. And now they are much more well regulated. They are much more law abiding, and they are trying to educate. They could be mentors as well. They could be engaged in some sort of volunteer programs. They're trying to educate youth that are in similar conditions to when they were younger, and they're trying to get them out of poverty. They're trying to get them not to engage in crime, to stay away from teenage pregnancies and things that might overcomplicate their lives, right? So this person is really intense, and they carry their intensity with them. But at the same time, they have this sense of safety and wisdom, and they're very good at cracking dry jokes. They could have a very particular sense of humor, like they could have some sort of kind of like dark humor as well. I think when they speak, and especially when they are, here's the thing. Oh, this is something really interesting about this person's voice. When this person is aroused, they tend to whisper. So that's a really interesting thing. When they are in that kind of romantic mood at the end of a really hard day of work, when they want to just cuddle you, they don't speak a lot. They will love to touch you. They want you to be physical present to them. This person might drive you crazy as well, because they might work for a whole week. You might not hear from them because they are super immersed in the launch of their new program, or, you know, the startup that they're working on, and you don't hear from them. They live at work. People send in their shirts, people send in their food, you know, but then they sleep, you know, in the same building in which they work, and then they come home, and after the deadline has been met and everything has been secured, they come home and all they want to do is make love to you and sleep around and not worry about work. And they want you to be ready for them. They want you to be there for them. So they might actually pull you out of your own wow, okay, what the F? They might pull you out of your own working schedule, working routine. This individual fits very well if you are not very ambitious yourself, if you would like to be like a stay-at-home partner, or if you're a partner that values more intimacy and privacy and being a person that is more homely or of a homebody. This is your person. You know, this is the traditional provider, the one that kind of fights for you, goes hunting for you, brings home the bacon, but metaphorically speaking, you know, because that bacon can also be like a trust fund for your children. But this is an individual that is, wow, it's like channeling their energy. It's like, whew, it's just intense. It's a joyride. It's like riding a motorcycle very fast, or a jet plane. Yeah, they live very like fast paced, you know, really, really fast paced. There are these kind of people that have like really strange technological gadgets or the latest innovations, you know, and they could also regulate their sleep so that they only sleep the efficient number of 6 hours or 7 hours a night. They could even like take all sorts of medically regulated herbal prescriptions or drugs that can enhance their powers of concentration and then their powers of sleep and then so on and so forth, you know. So they're a person that leaves nothing to chance. This is not at all an individual that can that likes to, I mean, they can wing it, but they won't do it, you know, because what's the point when they have metrics at their disposal and facts and people that they can just hire very quickly. And, you know, this person works with the best in the field. So you could just like, I feel that they love to delegate, you know, they love to get lawyers, tax accountants, therapists, doctors at their disposal 24/7, and they might work with some of the best in the field. So when you are by their side, you might be asked to renounce a little bit your independence. This person is attracted to another partner that is as good as them, but in that kind of a relationship, they will compete with that person. So if you're a powerful sorry, I cannot speak. I'm speechless. This person is literally leaving me speechless. Okay, like if you're a powerful person yourself, you're going to want to work very well with this person and there is going to be a really strong sexual attraction. But in terms of soulmates, this person fits very well with you if you are the nurturing, motherly, lunar kind of type. Like the ideal kind of astrological combination would be if you were a Cancer dominant and you are ruled by the moon and you love to stay at home and you love to take care of the kids and you love to have your own business on the side where you just do small DIY artistic projects or handicrafts, and then this person is like a CEO, you know, or it's like running their own company, Jeff Bezos kind of individual, you know, kind of. Jeff Bezos, by the way, is also a Capricorn. So that's kind of a energy that I'm getting there, you know. Or they could be an actor, because I did mention acting school. I don't know why. They could be an actor and they need to travel for work for long periods of time. But then when they're home, they're only home and they're super focused on their family. Kind of like Ryan Reynolds kind of vibe. That's kind of what I'm getting. Even though Ryan Reynolds is a Scorpio, not a Capricorn or Aries. So, yeah, there's a strong feeling here that on one hand, I think that this person brings a lot of safety to individuals that are looking for safety. So I think that if you're drawn to this pile, you are drawn to a partner that can provide you with safety, and that really turns you on, in which case you're going to be super happy with this person. They're also going to introduce you with the village here to a large community. I mean, this person comes with a huge social network, you know, not only their clients, but as I said, the people that they work with. They could have a team in their own company or in their own like organization. This person could also, I see them as also working for a nonprofit, or they started their own nonprofit environmental organization, or an organization that gives back to, for example, women that want to start their own micro businesses. This person is really open-minded. Paradoxically, in their work, they're very open-minded. You know, they could work to support LGBTQ communities, or to empower women, so they could have like a very feminist message. But at home, it's like they are more traditional, right? So this person potentially could be a sun in Aries, because Aries are pretty open-minded, but then a moon in Capricorn, you know, so much more traditional at home, and they need to relax, and where it's just that I want to be in my element, you know, in my masculine energy. I don't know why, but that's kind of the energy I'm channeling, guys. This person is going to want you to always keep them in the loop as to what you're doing and how you're feeling. And they're going to want some feedback from time to time. Like even after you have sex, this person is going to be a little bit concerned. Like, did you like it? Was it good? Do you want me to improve on something? As I said, this person really wants to work hard for pleasing you and hard to earn their own money, and they don't want anybody to debate with them as to how they have earned their money, what they're doing with their money. So that's why they're a person that likes to control a lot of these aspects. That's why they like to know the rules and regulations, and they like to play the game so that the game can reward them. They could get into arguments a lot with people, and they're not afraid of getting into an argument, you know. They have a very cool, stoic personality. It's kind of like, I also feel that they will not back down if you're in an argument with them. So if you want to tell them something, if you want to criticize them, they're going to listen to you very carefully, and then they're going to tell you their side of the story, and then you guys are going to have to work at a compromise, because this person is not going to give up on you. They're not going to back down from an argument. They are going to fight. They're gonna fight, you know, and they're not gonna fight in a way in which they're gonna throw like glasses around and be ultra dramatic, you know. I'm not getting Leo energy here. No Sagittarius, no Gemini tantrums, okay? This is a guy that is just more like I can imagine them sitting back on a chair listening to you and like playing with one of those how are they called, like those anxiety balls, you know, or like playing with something in their hand, you know, or petting the cat, you know, like a villain in an Austin Powers movie. That's kind of what I feel like. This person is incredibly in control of their feelings, you know, and they have like a seething kind of anger. So this person is a really powerful opponent if you mess with them. But this is not going to be in terms of how they're handling the situation with you, because you're going to be their boo, right? They're going to love the socks out of you. This is going to be how they handle negotiations, tough negotiations with other people, with important clients, with opponents, with people that criticize their business, okay, or their work ethic. So this person, wow, indomitable foe. You don't want to be on the bad side of this person. What I see here is that if you want to divorce or separate from this person, they could be a little bit clingy. And you need to make sure that when you marry your soulmate, you get a lawyer as well to have a look over the contract that this person is going to make you sign. They will sign a prenup, and they will make you sign a prenup. So you need to be very mindful that you know what you are signing up for, okay? Be very sure what's going to happen to your children's, you know, material resources, to the trust funds, to what's going to happen to you in the eventuality that you're going to separate. But this person, even if you guys want to divorce later along down the line, is not gonna want to let you go. And they're not going to want to let you go because they love you, and they don't understand how you could want to not be with somebody like them, because they are putting so much effort into what they're doing. So this person is serious, is committed, is really hardworking, and they can get a little bit stubborn and steamrolling over people, you know. But I think you're going to be able to soften their rough side, okay? I don't mean to scare you. I know that the energy is coming across really powerfully, but I mean, this person really needs to take these precautions, because they will be rich, abundance, right? They will be the best at what they're doing. And, you know, it is a person that, as I said, they like to plan. They like to be very careful who they share their life and time, money and resources with. But I think that you're going to feel very spiritually protected, very spiritually nurtured. You're going to be physically protected as well. So this person is going to place you in a very good house with security systems around, you know. You could even be given your own bodyguard. I feel that the only issue here will be your freedom, okay? So if you are a person with a lot of Sagittarius in your chart, don't. But in a way, this is your soulmate, right? So it's interesting. Potentially, you could have a lot of Sagittarius stellium in your 4th house. So you act a little bit like a Sagittarius, but with some Cancer energies, right? You really need to be this kind of person that prizes emotional safety and safety in general in order to be together with this ultra strong individual that is wanting to create like a life of protection and stability, material stability, and loyalty. Like, this person really appreciates loyalty and honesty, right? I mean, the keywords here are serious, authoritative, ambitious, realistic, structured, traditional, wise, enduring, accomplished. I mean, it's such an Odin description, right, guys? Badass. Majestic, competent, prepared, down to earth, corporate, reserved, rigid, and disciplined. Yeah. So this person might not be the most open-minded person out there in terms of their intimate life. They could adopt some open-minded policies at work because they want to see their business thrive, you know. But usually with this energy here, this is a much more traditional individual than other types of individuals that could be out there. So, wow. Whew. Wow, in bed, it's like this person is gonna please you over and over and over and over again. They could have a Mars in Capricorn as well. So it's like really, really putting in all the effort to achieve the purpose. And that purpose would be your pleasure. So that's what I had for you, group 1. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Let me know down in the comments. Make sure to enter my 24K giveaway by trying to guess where would I like to travel next. Okay, guys, I'm sending you so much love. Hope to see you in my next one. Ciao. Hey, group 1. I'm so happy to have you here. Welcome to a reading on the topic of who is your soulmate. This is for those of you that were drawn to this white or clear selenite. So get cozy, guys, because I pre-shuffled a large number of cards. So sit down, let's talk. Okay, who is this gorgeous soulmate? Gorgeous, wow. Okay, you're getting a really gorgeous soulmate already. I'm kind of picking things up from the ether. So let's see. The storm. You could meet this person during a storm or during a stormy season. Number 7. Oh, okay. Oh, this is a very compassionate, spiritual individual. Judgment. They could be a little bit on their moral high horse from time. You know, they could try to see that there is a distinction between the way in which they think, which is very noble, and the way in which the majority of people think, which could be a little bit too materialistic. So this person could be a little bit judgmental from time to time. Not necessarily towards you, because they will worship you, but towards the rest of society. Okay, so you're going to have to actually have a lot of interesting conversations where you might need to pinpoint to them some of the shadow aspects that they might be doing. Because sometimes people that judge other people, they are also doing the same things that they judge others by, but they're not aware of that. So they need a partner to be able to reflect and shine back those things onto them so that they become more conscious, and therefore they let go of being so judgmental and they become more compassionate and more accepting. Black tourmaline. Wow, this person is going to protect you. When you are going to be together with your soulmate, you're going to feel as if you're okay. Everything is going to be all right, okay? Black tourmaline is yeah, it's a stone that protects you from bad energies when you're traveling, when you're using the public travel system, from energetic vampires as well. Really good, really wonderful. I have a feeling you're going to have some really deep conversations. This is a much more talkative individual than group 1, but I also feel that they're a little bit intense and quite protective, as number 1 was. The dolphin. Okay, this is going to be such a playful partner. So I'm getting already some Libra, some Gemini energy, some Sagittarius energy. Yeah, especially with the Judgment card, Sagittarius. They could have a Pluto in Sagittarius as well. So this could be a person that, if you are a member of the Pluto and Scorpio, Pluto and Libra generation, this is going to be a person that could be younger than you, okay? So expect a partner that is a little bit younger than you, a soulmate that has recently reincarnated in this world. They could escalate from time to time. They could go through periods when they're feeling incredibly optimistic and happy, and then go through bouts of melancholy and sadness, mostly because they see that their ideal view of society and of religion and spirituality and of the world is not being implemented in this planet. Like, for example, maybe they have a highly spiritual way of understanding relationships between men and women, and then they see that men and women just engage in some random pornographic sex, you know, and then they're a little bit disappointed, you know. So this person has some very high-minded ideals. Getting Pisces energy, Pisces, Sagittarius, with a little bit of the playfulness of Gemini, but with the elegance and nobility of Libra. Let's see. Oh my god, what was I saying? Wow, I scared myself. Pisces, the mystic, yeah? So the keywords that we have here: imaginative, compassionate, healing, empathetic, mystical, adoring, magical, allowing, dreamy, ephemeral, enigmatic, spiritual, emotional, escapist, impractical, oceanic, but also self-pitying and illogical. Yep, I can completely identify with that. Being a Pisces sun myself. Let's find out further. Oh, okay, your knight in shining armor. Be brave and honest. I'm getting that this person is going to struggle with being honest, but here's the thing. Not because they genuinely want to lie to you and manipulate you, but it's because this person finds it hard to vocalize their feelings, first of all, and second of all, because they have this kind of cosmic consciousness and they pay attention to so many things in their environment, but they're also able to perceive people's auras and they're really sensitive. And sometimes they're not able to just focus on one particular aspect of reality that is self-evident. They filter everything, they feel everything, they perceive everything, and sometimes they can get overwhelmed. And that's why they can get a little bit bogged down, because this person is highly empathetic. So you will need to talk through with them. They might come home and they might be in a really weird mood and they're not going to be able to talk to you about why they are feeling like that, but you feel that something is up. So you might need to sit down with them as you're having dinner or, you know, as you're Netflix and chilling, and just talk with them about their day, about what happened, why do they think that they're feeling so strange. Very slowly and patiently get them to open up to you. And this person will do that, but they need, in order to become aware of where their ideas or their feelings are coming from, they need a partner to talk things through. I hope that makes sense. You guys that have air energy, you know what I'm talking about. You already know. Yes, like I do this on a daily basis, Lexi. I need somebody to kind of like mirror back what I'm thinking, because for some people, the act of thinking needs the verbal expression. We don't, all of us, complete our thinking silently, intuitively, in our own privacy and stillness. Some of us generally need to talk to other people to figure out what it is we're feeling, to figure out what it is we're thinking or valuing. Okay, so this is this kind of individual. By themselves, I feel that they are just a world of cosmic impressions and feelings that are a little bit hard to put into words, and they like to go with the flow. They don't like to cramp your style. They don't like to invade your privacy. They're very polite and respectful of your solitude and of your alone time. This person, if you ask them, you know what, I need some alone time tonight, they're going to understand. They're not going to throw a tantrum. They're not going to start thinking that you're cheating on them. What's happening? Why do you need to be alone? This person is going to be like, yeah, cool. Okay, come back to me once you're out of this hermit phase. They might also go into a hermit phase for a while because they know how beautiful it is to be in solitude. They could meditate. They could work in a spiritually inclined profession. But this person has really, really deep feelings and passionate feelings. It's just that sometimes they can't put them into words, you know? They would rather show you what they're feeling. It's actually quite sweet. We have here as well beginnings. I'm hearing that for the majority of you, this could be your first lover, okay? The majority of you haven't had physical pleasure yet. This could be your first lover. This could be your cherry popper. Even though I love cherries, but I don't really agree with that expression, because what the F, you know? Sexual organs are not cherries. Neither of them look like that. Oh, maybe the one that exists on male bodies, if you know what I mean. Anyway, this is not an 18+ reading, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna pull it back in. But I am getting the sense that this person might be, for the majority of you that are watching this, the first person you have sex with, the first person that you give yourself fully to, because you could have been dabbling sexually but not gone all the way, and this is going to be the partner that you trust enough to do that with. They're going to have this very soothing energy, that everything is going to be okay. They are not at all the dominant kind of type. So if you got scared listening to group 1, if your intuition kind of misled you into choosing group 1, and now you're here, I think some of you might be doing this. This is your group, okay? This is your pile. This is an individual that is soft-spoken, charming, elegant, polite. This is a person that can negotiate boundaries very easily with you, and will ask for all sorts of things like, are you comfortable, for consent, things like that. So I think that's why you guys are gonna feel more relaxed. For those of you that really feel the need to negotiate and to talk through emotional and intimate aspects, this is your person. Okay, I think the person in group 1 was not in any way creepy. It's just that is the kind of traditional individual for people who do not feel the need to talk about sex. They just want to do it, or they want to be taken by their partner, overwhelmed with the partner's dominance, because guys, we're such complex individuals, and each of us like different things. Okay, so we have here Kernunos, life force. So diving deeper into this person's psychological profile, the affirmations are: express your driving passions, sensual and sexual powers are increased. I feel that this person, even if you're not with them, as I mentioned, if you're on these periods where you need your solitude, or you need a weekend by yourself, I feel like you guys are quite independent. You don't need to be with your partner all the time, and you don't need to be enmeshed with your partner. So this is wonderful, because I feel like this person can send you sexual energy even when they are not sexually present there with you, physically present. So that's about sex in this pile. What is happening, you guys? You guys are really horny if you chose this group. Either that or I am. I don't know. I'm lisping here, Freudian lisps. Yeah, it's spring, guys, right? So I feel that this person is also highly intuitive, so they can communicate telepathically with you from a distance. This is the perfect individual for those of you that need to work in a different place than your partner. So this is long distance kind of mating. So your soulmate is going to be a person, and it was 11/11 when I looked at the recording. So yeah, manifesting. Your partner is this kind of individual that allows you your freedom. They are not jealous. If you need to go for college in another country, they're going to be fine. They're going to support that, and they're not going to cheat on you while you are away, because they're going to feel this spiritual connection to you, and they might feel that it would be tainting your energetic cord if they do that, so this person has a very spiritual way of understanding life, and people, and they could be pretty out there with their ideas about spirituality. They understand about energy cleansing. They understand, about taking on other people's toxicity, or how to dissolve it, how to transmute it. Yeah, I mean, the mystic, right? Yeah. And they're also very playful. I think that you're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to giggle a lot with this person in intimate situations. This person is a very good kisser as well. I feel the need to lie on my back. So I think that this person is going to relax you. This is great for if you are a high-strung individual that has been through a lot in your life. This person will relax you. They will be a very good friend to you with the dolphin energy here, and they will protect you. I feel that even if you break up with this person, you're still going to keep in touch. So yeah, I'm getting also slightly some Aquarius energy. This person could actually live close to a forest or a village or a farmland. They could come from a region that is very tranquil, is filled with really good energy. I feel like you're going to love going to this person's family home, or to their own home if they have one already. And we also have here Mithras, sacrifice. Yeah, so very different than group 1. This is a person that somehow has money from their parents or from an inheritance, or still continues to live in the same place where they were born. This is not a person that is ultra ambitious with their life goals. This is not a person that seeks material pursuits in life. They are looking for spiritual inspiration. They love to travel. They love to acquire yeah, I'm hearing that they like to acquire knowledge, so they might travel to study, they might travel to a pilgrimage, to a temple, or to a really magnificent mystical place. They have very spiritual goals and very spiritual paths. So they don't really prize that much, you know, material brands or getting that house, having that large family. If it happens, it happens, you know. If it doesn't, that's okay. They would be happy living as they do. But they're gonna really value you, because if this person doesn't value material aspects, they really value emotional and intimate aspects. They value their connection to the divine, and this person has a very strong connection to the divine. And they are willing to sacrifice a lot of things. They're willing to sacrifice money or material possessions, or they're willing to sacrifice the closeness, the physical closeness between you and them. As I said, if you need to travel for work, or if you're the more ambitious partner, I feel that this person is gonna love that. So this is great for if you are a type A kind of individual, if you're like a power man or a power woman, and if you're looking for a partner that is more mellow, that is like a really soft counterpart, this is your person, okay? Somebody to relax with, somebody to have really beautiful, philosophical, poetic conversations with, somebody that is very soft and elegant when you are making love, somebody that can be playful and does not take themselves too seriously when you guys are together in your intimate time, you know? This is a person that you can go and visit museums with, you can go to writer's retreat with, you can do some sort of also like a yoga or spiritual retreat. You guys can vacation really well together. This is not a person that asks for much, but they will give you a lot from the point of view of emotional and sexual healing and nurturing. So this is what this person gives. They give intangibles, unquantifiables, right? Their time, their focus, their listening. And I feel that if you guys are the ones that are very focused on achieving material and financial wealth in this lifetime, you're gonna be super surprised about how giving this person is on the other side, on the emotional and spiritual side, right? So they're gonna complement you very well. I feel kind of like, if you listen to group 1, it's kind of like a role reversal that happened here. So you are the soft counterpart that group 1 wanted to be with, and no, they would be the soft counterpart that group 1 wanted to be with, and you are like the type A individual similar to the description of group 1. I hope that makes sense, guys. I hope I didn't confuse you. This is a really beautiful person. I mean, you're a knight in shining armor, but on a deeply spiritual level. This is, yeah, and with beginnings here, this person is going to help you understand yourself, your life, and your place in this reality in a completely different perspective. I feel that this person acquired a lot of knowledge from books. They might read you some of their favorite poems, or they have studied with spiritual masters. So this person is really going to open your eye to a variety of maybe breathing techniques, maybe tantric sex, maybe ways in which you can calm your body in very natural ways. You don't need to take medicine. You don't need to visit your doctor 3 times a week, you know. This person is really going to soothe you. They could be into flower essences or essential oils, or they could massage your body very nicely. It's just very relaxing to be with this person. You're going to feel protected. You feel like your life is magical a little bit. And you're also going to have a lot of fun. This person is ultra intelligent, so you're really going to value that side of them, the wise, intelligent, humanitarian side. Even if they will be a little bit idealistic and not so pragmatic or so focused on being the provider, you're going to really love being with this person. And in turn, I think that your strength is going to help this person overcome emotional storms. Because as I said, they could absorb the negative energies of other people in their environment. They could even work in a profession where they have to deal with maybe people that are incarcerated or are mentally unstable. Or even if they work like a normal everyday job, potentially they might work someplace in everyday administration and they have to deal with a large number of people on a daily basis, and it overwhelms them, it drains them of energy. So when they come home to you, you have that inner strength and you can get them to wise up, or kind of burst the bubble of their over idealism or the illusions that they are trying to create. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not sure what's happening. I feel that this person is not gonna speak so much about chatty everyday concerns. They're not going to talk to you about the lettuce you just purchased from the supermarket or the latest coupon, you know, for that reduction. They're going to talk to you about things like, you know, childhood conditioning, or, you know, they might have seen something happen in real life and then they associate that with a poem that they've read, or I'm hearing the Upanishads. I don't know why. Maybe this person is really into Vedic knowledge. It's just something really beautiful about this individual. If you guys have a lot of Sagittarius and Leo in your chart, you're really going to love this person. And also Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, you're going to love this individual, because you guys basically live for really good conversation and to feel that fire within, that inspiration, right? So yeah, really beautiful individual, filled with spiritual gold. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I had for you, group 2. I'm going to end it here. I already feel the energy kind of closing in. So make sure before you leave that you subscribe and you leave a comment down below to enter my 24K giveaway for a chance to win a free general tarot reading with me. Let me know, what would you think would be the next place I'd love to travel to? Okay, so have a guess. I'm really curious what you guys think about me. So leave a comment down below, and I hope to see you in my next reading. Ciao. Hey group 3, welcome to your reading. I'm really happy to have you here, guys. This is a reading on the topic of who's your soulmate, and it is for those of you that were drawn to this rose opal heart. I have to say, I needed to take an extended break between the first 2 piles in your group. I was still coming down from the massive energy of group 1's person, who was ultra masculine and dominant. And now I'm really looking forward to seeing what the cards have to say for you. Cozy up, because I have a lot of cards pre-shuffled here. So let's talk about who your soulmate is. I am tempted to say, and I saw the first card, there's a lot more light that came in this afternoon in your reading. So you could have a higher order spiritual connection. And look, the first card that I have here, the flame. So yeah, I'm not going to mention it because I'm trying to come down from the whole twin flame kind of sagas, you know. I'm not really on that bandwagon anymore, guys, as you know. But if you believe in that, here is your confirmation. This is, however, a connection with a person that you feel an instant past life connection with when you meet them. I also have more cards from you than for all the other groups. So yeah, something quite special. Number 24 in the Ceccoli deck, which speaks about presentiment, like a feeling of needing to hide, to cower. Interesting. Number 21 in the Ceccoli Oracle. Wow. Soulmate central. Yeah, so strong confirmation that you are in the right place. This is the right reading. You are going to connect with a soulmate, somebody that is going to be like your perfect counterpart, somebody that you share past lifetimes with. Death. Okay, here it comes. Potentially a Scorpio, or you could be a Scorpio. So this person could be quite similar to you, or they could have some sort of like getting like they could have some planets, like for example you could be a Scorpio Sun, but they could be a Scorpio Ascendant, or you could be a Scorpio Moon and they could be a Scorpio Sun. So it's like something will click. You could also have a double whammy, which in astrology means if your Venus is on your person's Mars and your person's Mars is on your Venus. I can create a whole new astrological clip on that to explain a bit better what the double whammy is, but it is super strong sexual compatibility and sexual attraction. When you have a double whammy, you cannot help yourself but wanting to make love to that person. You love the way they act, you love the way they desire, so on and so forth. So I see this happening for you. This is also a partner that's going to be very healing to you. Okay, interesting. I'm getting as well that they could work in a profession that deals with death. They could be like end of days doula, or they could be like a funeral home director. This is a person that Yeah, could even do the final wills. Like they could be a lawyer that creates wills for people that are just about to depart. They could work as a surgeon or somebody that kind of deals with death on their daily basis. Um, yeah, but undertaker, that was the first thing that came to my mind. So they could work as an undertaker, right? It's a very good profession, guys. Okay, you don't need to worry. I mean, it's a really interesting people, I think, that work that kind of a job, because not everybody can do it, right? We also have here serpentine. Wow, so we have snakes here twice. You see the snakes in the death card and serpentine, and this is yeah, so awaken your reptilian nature. Wow. This is for the treatment of your spiritual self. Yeah. If serpentine arrives in your life, it's an invitation to rip off all proverbial band-aids and regroup. Hit the sauna, sweat it out, and release lingering drama. This person is going to cleanse you. If you are a person that had to deal with a lot of bad people in your life, if you struggled with an addiction, if you, I'm getting that some of you could even meet this person as they are your therapist or your counselor, as you're recovering from something. It could be that you're undergoing some sort of medical treatment and that's how you meet them. It could be that you might have, I mean, it happens, guys, especially for those of you that have a North Node in Scorpio. I don't mean to scare you, but you could have a near-death experience. And this is how you meet this person. They could be like a lawyer that gets distributed to your case, or a doctor that gets distributed to your case, or a therapist. You know, an addiction counselor, somebody like that. And you'll find that this person is supremely healing, first of all, in a professional capacity, and then you guys are gonna move forward to a romantic and intimate connection, because the attraction between the two of you will be undeniable. Like, see, mirroring. Very, very strong mirroring here. And yeah, I could see it as well, like this issue with dealing with parental trauma or addictions. If you don't deal with addictions, or if you don't have a near-death experience, you could be starting off a therapy program because you finally need to break through toxic parental patterns. Maybe you said, you know, enough is enough. I'm gonna press the reset button on my love life, on my self-love, on my relationship to myself. And I'm gonna go to a therapist or a counselor to do some deep inner work with. And that's when you paradoxically find your soulmate, yeah? So, wow, okay, whew, really, really powerful situation, but it will take a while, you know, because you guys need to kind of navigate your professional relationship first and then get into the romantic and intimate connection. Or it could be that this person might not necessarily be your counselor, but they could be like a counselor that works with the counselor you're seeing, something like that, yeah? We have here the elk, or in some cases this could be a professor if you guys are studying psychology or psychiatry. Okay, I need to read the cards, so slowly with the inside spirit. So we have here elk, protector of the forest, a deeply soothing, paternal kind of energy. Yeah, you might project. So if you have a very tough relationship to your father, this person is going to help you heal that father wound. For example, if your father was never there, this person will always be there. You know, if your father never talked to you, this person will want to talk to you. If your father never asked you, how are you feeling, or cared about your feelings, this person is gonna ask you that to the point where you're like, what? Why are you doing that? You know, I'm not accustomed to men doing that. And I'm saying men because it's elk, but take it as you wish, okay? I do try to make these readings as open for all the potential genders out there. So there is this elk energy, so it is masculine. It's not a deer, right? So I'm getting a very strong sense that there's a very strong paternal energy, that kind of energy that's saying, you're stable, you're safe in my arms, I'm here to protect you, I'll take care of you, you don't have to worry about facing the real world alone, you know? We also have here another confirmation, yeah, Scorpio. So your soulmate is a Scorpio, my love, in case you were wondering. Boom, double confirmation here. So we have here, as you can see, the animal. Okay, so the keywords are transformative, intense, passionate, secretive, carnal, thorough, obsessive, intimate, primal, lusty, deep, eternal, resourceful, mysterious, regenerative, compulsive, destructive, and manipulative. Yeah. So watch out for mind games. Watch out for, make sure that you're feeling confident in yourself when you're starting off this relationship, because this person can have a way with words and with the way they act with you that they can make you feel like you have fallen under their spell. And be very mindful about sleeping with them. Take some time to get to know them first, and then you can sleep with them, because once a Scorpio gets into your system, literally, it's kind of like they release a little bit of spiritual venom in you, and it's going to be very hard to get them off your mind, off your heart, off anything, So just a tiny bit, they're going to leave something within you, energetically speaking, that cords you to them, so that whenever they want to, they can use that cord, okay? That's how they operate. And it's not something that they do necessarily because they're bad people, but just because that they have this mana, It's like, this is the energy that Scorpios have. It's Pluto, it's transformative, it changes you from the inside out. And you have to be really spiritually strong to be their counterpart. And I think you do. I think you are. And you will, right? So you are their counterpart. They're gonna be a bit shocked how much you can stand up to them and how much you can I'm getting a sense that you might use the cord against them as well, but like, this is not going to play in a competitive way at the beginning, maybe, because this person is going to test you to see if they can trust you. That's what Scorpios do by default. They try to see if they can genuinely be open to you, if you are a genuinely kind and giving person, and if you are worth their time. And if you're not, they're going to treat you with the least respect that you've seen anyone ever treating you. But if they decided that you're a good person worthy of their time, they're going to always be there for you and, always show up for you and put you on a pedestal, almost like. So it's a bit of a, all or nothing kind of energy. But this is your soulmate. This is your, your twin flame, your other counterpart. Wow, I don't know what's happening with these energies today. I was trying not to get overwhelmed by your person's energy, but boom, like double Scorpio. So, and it's also interesting, guys, but astrologically speaking, Scorpios are some of the few individuals in the majority of the astrological signs that have stelliums. So they come into this incarnation usually not only with the sun in Scorpio. It's very rare that you only see a sun in Scorpio. Usually they have Mercury and Venus part there as well, so they're a triple Scorpio, or their ascendant is in Scorpio, or especially during the Pluto and Scorpio generation, their sun in Scorpio conjunct Pluto in Scorpio, which makes them like a Scorpio on steroids, So we also have here, paradoxically speaking, right? So we have the mother, and it says here, feel love and comforted. So I don't think I need to tell you that if you are a person that's been deeply neglected by your parents, this partner, your soulmate, is going to take their place. And that's why I want you to be mindful, and you will be, because this is the soulmate you have chosen to play out this kind of dynamic in this lifetime. Be mindful of projecting old wounds onto them, and be mindful that they won't manipulate you based on those old wounds. So you're going to have to keep a pen and paper by your side in this relationship. But I feel that you already are quite a person that does a lot of inner work. You're quite spiritual. You're quite intuitive. So that's why you can stand your spiritual ground in this connection. And you cannot allow the Scorpio to manipulate you, because you see through their games. You see when they test you. You feel when something is up. So yeah, you're highly intuitive, so rely on your intuition in this connection, and definitely allow for the parental healing to happen, but also set appropriate boundaries when your partner could become a little bit obsessive, jealous, controlling, or when they could project their own issues onto you, because that's what Scorpio sometimes can do unconsciously. They mirror back the same energy that they receive, and if they spent a lot of time having to deal with people that are negative or low on empathy, then they it takes them a while until they navigate out of that energy, because they're not a flexible sign, they're a fixed sign. So they hold on to feelings, to ideas, to resentments, to patterns, to addictions, to all sorts of things, you know. So you're gonna have to be the flexible one in this connection. And I think that you were made for this, you know, you were made for them and they were made for you. So don't worry, I'm just reading the energy, but I'm here to let you know that you are more than well equipped to deal with this person, and they will be completely stunned at, you know, how spiritually strong you are, how emotionally intelligent you are, and I think how beautiful and perfect you are. Because another side of Scorpios, from my experience, is that they tend to be quite modelizers. So they tend to love partners that look kind of like a model, or they look very beautiful, or there is something just very ballsy and strong and passionate about their partners, you know. But usually, because they care about what other people think, and they care about being seen in the best powerful light, because Scorpio's up for power plays all the time, you know, and being seen by people in their life as being the best and having the best partner by their side is what turns them on. You're gonna have to look your best, be your best, be super educated, be well equipped internally, and ultra kind as well. So this actually is kind of a compliment to you because if this is your soulmate, then you already are like that. So congratulations on being so effing perfect. We have here as well love. So this person is going to be smitten with you, okay? Wonderful. And it's going to be for life, because if a Scorpio decided that they love you, nothing can stop them from loving you. They're literally like, you know, that Hosier song, Work song? They're going to rise up from the dead to love you, you know, over and over again. So nothing stands between you and them. And we also have here tranquility. I feel like this is going to be the pattern of your relationship. You're going to heal each other's hearts, and especially that maternal and paternal conditioning. And you're going to bring a lot of peace in your connection. You're going to teach your Scorpio that love is peace. It's not just passion, and it's not just rampant sex, you know. It's peace. It's that feeling of I'm home with you. I feel safe in your arms. I can rest finally, you know. I just feel like everything feels right with you, and everything fits, and you don't have to force or push anything, and you don't have to work for my love. It's just there, you know. It's here, take it. Enjoy it, you know. So you're really gonna enjoy your time with your Scorpio, and I feel that their intensity is gonna wake you up. This is a very vital partner. They're gonna be like, you know, wake up, Sleeping Beauty, when you're gonna meet them, because it might feel like up until the moment when you meet them, your life could be as if you're caught in a daydream. And this is a defense mechanism that you develop throughout time, because a lot of you come from very harsh backgrounds where you had to dissociate yourself from your body to not feel your body, because if you were abused or beaten or God knows what other awful things happened to you, you did not want to be present while that happened. Or if you were orphaned or neglected, you're going to feel like this person creates a safe heaven for you. And it's just, I feel like crying, you know. It's like, it's so beautiful. It's love and tranquility, you know. It's like finally you have a counterpart that will you know, overcome any obstacles to be with you, you know, and has your back, and it's just so beautiful. Wow, congratulations, group 3. I have here 2 more cards for you, so don't leave yet, okay? We have here Master Buddha, increased awareness, and Vishnu, or Vishnu, balance. Yeah, I think you're gonna level up. You're gonna level up on so many levels when you're gonna meet this double Scorpio. I feel it's gonna feel like everything that has happened in your life up to the point where you met them was leading you to them, you know. It will feel like all the synchronicities happen all at once, serendipity central, you're blessed by the divine. I'm not saying that this relationship will be perfect all the time and it will not require work. As I said, psychologically, this will be a little bit of a mind game, you know, especially at the beginning. But as you guys get to know each other, as you stand in your truth and in your integrity, and as this person sees that you've remained kind and compassionate and creative and loving in spite of all the problems that have happened to you or all the toxicity that you had to grow up in, I mean, love, illumination, right? They're so gonna enjoy this relationship. It's gonna feel balanced, it's gonna feel equal, it's gonna feel deeply nourishing, supremely intimate. It's gonna feel like you're melting into this person, and it will feel safe to melt into them. You know, you won't have to put on your defenses, you won't have to hide who you are. Actually, this is what Scorpios in their hearts of hearts, deep down, I know they're not gonna like me calling them off like that, but because they all like to remain mysterious and you can't tell who I really am deep down. But come on, guys, come on. You are loved, you know, and people do see you and they do acknowledge you for who you are. So they get really turned on by authenticity. So to the same extent, like Aquarians, they share this in common with Aquarians, alongside with a number of other interesting traits like being rebellious, you know, and being independent thinkers. But they get really turned on by a person's authenticity, how honest they are, how they manage to exist in the world without fakery, right? So it's very beautiful here. Master Buddha and Vishnu, deep connection, trust your inner voice. It doesn't get deeper than being in a connection with a Scorpio stellium, or like just a Scorpio in general, you know. It's just gonna feel, you will feel transformed. The moment when you meet this person, you might actually meet them at a point in life when you are at your lowest, and a couple of years down the line, you won't know what hit you. It's like you're a completely different person. It's like you radiate and you're feeling happier, and you know, it's just because of this plutonic transformation. It's like an atomic bomb is dropped into your life energetically, and it's burning away all of the debris, the toxicity, the past pains. The wounds are, you know, healing up, and at the same time you also manage to connect to this person. So it's gonna feel like you will replenish them and they will replenish you, you know, and you guys will have an unbreakable bond. So I think that this connection will last even the next lifetime, and so on and so forth, because it will be built on the foundation of your heart. And as you guys know, whatever you build on the foundation of your heart is spiritual gold, and it lasts for lifetimes. And I'm going to end it on this really mystical note. I really hope you've enjoyed this reading. Before you leave or click away, make sure you subscribe so that you join and include yourself into my crew. And also leave a comment down below to enter my 24K giveaway. I want you guys to guess, where do you think I would love to travel next? And the one that actually guesses what my answer would be would win a free general tarot reading from me. Okay, so hope you've enjoyed this reading. I'll see you in my next one. Ciao.